Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and I just got myself some water. It's 3:35 at night. I drank a bunch of water, filled up, drank a fair bit of water and filled it up again, my water container. And I got a full thing of water, although I'm gonna run out way before I need more. And this time I might honestly get more. But the only reason I'm even daring to play this is because, luckily, most of this will be voice acted, at least outside of the ending part. So I should be fine. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. That always creeps me out to see the robot version. So we only have 3. Yeah, we never got a chance to get any of these, so I guess we just, I mean, all we can get is downshift and upshift. Which one would we rather have, though? I don't think I need either of these at all. I don't care. Would have been one thing if it was like up tempo or down tempo for the I was about to say BTB for the PTA, but I don't care. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, I'm ready if you guys are. Let me just make sure all my skills are set. Yeah, all my skills are set. Alright, we're good to go. Let's jump into Chapter 5. I really like this, like, light blue color. It looks very pretty. Oh, man, Nagito. Whatever happened to you, we're gonna figure it out. Whether it was your doing, someone else's doing, we're gonna figure it out for your sake. Because either way, you'd want us to. Class trial, all rise!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I really like the scenery. It fits the final island very well, just like how the last one fit the funhouse very well. And it gives final trial vibes for sure. And yeah, Monami is not dangling anymore. She's just standing there next to him. And she seemed like she's finally reached a turning point, and she's finally gonna not be an annoying piece of shit and actually be a useful and like serious and interesting character, which, you know, it only took the whole game. Because with Monokuma actually gives interesting philosophy, but also he's actually fun, whereas Monami has been annoying this whole game, and it's absolutely been by design. That was exactly what the creators were intending.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Interesting that Nagito's picture is like dripping blood, kinda.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
And Gundam's is like an X, like almost like a capital X, or even the Roman numeral 10. Interesting.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
That ultimate imposter thing is crazy, but that's actually funny how the explanation for him being fat is, oh, well, it wasn't him. It was just a fat dude who's great at being an imposter. Yeah, there's serious Monami just standing there.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Yeah, what has happened to you?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Interesting, she's not saying anything.
Chesto!
Okay, he punches her. And she doesn't sell it.
One more time!
Oh, he's gonna do every single attack we've seen throughout the whole game?
Jeez! How about this one?
And none of the gags are working?
This will be my final blow!
He tried to do the aura. Not all of them, but a fair few of them.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monami.
She's just taking it.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all.
That's a really interesting way to start this, though. It does set a tone. Monami really kind of not playing his games anymore, really standing up, and for the first time in the game, actually being reasonably likable.
The victim this time is Nagito. who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake.
Yeah?
Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
You would assume the traitor, which is very possible, but it's also possible there's no traitor. It's also possible Nagito was the traitor somehow. Especially if he had forgotten, maybe he was able to remember, I don't know.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor,
Yeah, Fuyuhiko's gonna be like, well, it was obviously the traitor.
that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
It's possible.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
That's weird. Kazuichi, I was expecting, was the one who would start with this, not Fuyuhiko.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
I mean, you have survived this long, though.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Of course. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or it's possible it's two different people and we're gonna expose both. That would be epic. Okay, yeah, there was definitely torturing going involved. I wouldn't be. Well, let's see what this is gonna be about. I have no idea yet.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Okay.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Yeah, that's possible.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
Yeah.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Yeah, that seems likely.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That would be
That was
Fuyuhiko.
Fuyuhiko.
Yeah.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Huh. Interesting. This is gonna be a hard one, isn't it? Why'd the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The kill.
Both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. Safe to assume Nagito's wounds on Nagito's left arm. Yeah. Duct tape. A life-size Monokuma. Yeah, the Monokuma plushie had been stabbed. I already have no idea. Oh man, here we go.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
What's Monokuma's account? Apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. Okay.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No.
If so, the suspect
Man, that's really serious.
is
sounding
whoever
crime.
found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Can we prove that he... We can prove that he found it by coincidence
There's no
because
way
of
I'd
Monokuma's
torture
account.
someone.
Yeah, Monokuma's account. It's Monokuma's account. I at least that's my
Killer
guess.
didn't tape
That makes
Nagito's mouth
sense
to shut him.
me.
I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Oh wait, no, that's just the bomb's
If
hiding
so,
place, not that
the
they were
suspect
fake. Never mind. Shit.
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
This is really
There's
tough.
no way I'd torture.
Okay, what does the Monokuma panels say? A lot of tipped over Monokuma panels were scattered around the goods warehouse. In one area, the panels seemed to be laying on top of each other in a straight, orderly line. Yeah, I don't know what that does for us. Oil lighter. Maybe the oil lighter. Let me think about the oil lighter.
killer didn't tape
Wounds in the
Nagito's
body
mouth to
really
shut him up.
torture. I mean, that implies it's the torture wounds. Oh, because they had his mouth covered. He couldn't talk. Oh, I'm stupid, of course.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
So it would be duct tape then. Yeah, it would be duct tape.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's might be true.
So that's why he was so... What were they trying to find out by... Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No, we don't want to agree with that.
If so, the is whoever found the bomb first!
Okay, that wasn't the place to object. Okay, fair enough.
Damn it!
I mean,
The killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
it might
So
be that,
that's why
but
he was... What were they trying to... Definitely the bomb's... If so, is whoever found the...
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
no. Okay, that could have been a thing to agree.
Damn it!
Maybe we just go straight to
Killer
the
didn't tape
torture.
Nagito. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured.
It is that. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
I had the right idea. I just didn't know where to throw that necessarily.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Very basic theme. They didn't go to the more like metal theme that usually plays when you beat something.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
It's true.
I'm prepared.
Oh, straight into a rebuttal showdown. Okay.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Okay. Oh, they put it on him after? Is that what he's trying to say?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid? Oh boy, here we go. Rebuttal showdown. I expect these might get pretty hard by this point.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
Okay.
But if you tape his
I
mouth
was using
shut,
the wrong analog stick for a second there.
how is he
Using the right
supposed to
stick.
answer anything?
Yep.
Pay attention. This is first. The killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
Monokuma.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Yeah, the duct tape
Pay
itself.
attention. This is first. The killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Oh no, that's not it. Oh, okay. I thought that was actually it. Alright, let me go to the truth bullets then. Torture wounds. Okay, that doesn't show anything. Yeah. I thought it was the tape itself. Yeah, he was trying to move his mouth. But that could still be legitimate, I suppose. Alright, let's go back to this.
Crap!
Yeah, okay, we'll take our damage here. Let's...
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No? Okay, I thought it had to do... No, the blood thing, that... I think that actually might be consistent. They killed him. They duct taped his mouth shut. There's blood on the duct tape. Like, on the top of the duct tape. Wouldn't it be the torture wounds? Isn't that what I just tried?
Pay attention. This is how it went down.
Huh.
First, and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay.
Then, after they killed him... Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location.
Apparently that's another way to
Then,
swing it.
after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Okay, that really isn't it. Okay. I just wanted to double check there.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Okay.
They duct taped his mouth shut.
Okay.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Okay.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed... They duct taped his mouth shut.
I don't know.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you
I
guys
really
didn't
don't
get caught in the
know.
trap.
God.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
I didn't think it was that, but I don't know what to try. I honestly don't know.
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured and got Then, after
Shit.
they killed him...
Yeah, I accidentally killed that, unfortunately. Oh boy, here we go
Like
again.
you said, if Nagito's mouth... You obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Okay, advance. Yep.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Yep.
how is he supposed to answer anything?
He's saying
Pay
to get
attention,
it first. How is it not the duct tape itself? However, the blood that splattered onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. Yeah, that proves it in and of itself.
First, the killer tortured Nagi and got Then,
God
after
damn
they
it.
killed him...
We just make sure. Yeah, maybe it's that first one. Maybe I tried duct
Like you
tape on that
said,
first
if
one.
Nagito's mouth was taped you obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Okay, I'm gonna try duct tape on the first one.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Because that could make sense, I suppose.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location.
God damn it, I don't know what this is.
Crap!
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay.
Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those
I feel
words.
like I should have been able to use that on the third one, but okay.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
I want to say the first thing I tried was duct tape on the third one, but alright, fair enough. It's one of those weird things where it has to be at a specific spot. Ace Attorney has those issues too, sometimes.
What did you say?
Yeah, because there was no blood on the top of it, of course. That's what I thought.
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
No.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
It's true.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Maybe she does. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right?
He was.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
That's why we did it. One of the reasons.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
Yep.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
So why was he tortured?
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Sure. But,
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
I mean, that narrows it down to everyone.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
I mean, we've seen you already kind of go psycho on Nagito, but you would have done it in a different way.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Agreed.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
It would seem.
We can't think of any other reason.
But the evidence is what got protected, if anything.
But who could have done that?
It's also true, there was no one here. Yeah, we were all there.
When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Man, that picture did not age well. I mean, Sonia's not in that picture, but she was there too.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Yeah?
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
So it would have to either be Nagito or literally none of these people.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Yeah, it was set up way too well.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Yeah, that was a good way to put it, because we've had patterns like in the last case.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
Maybe that's what the Monokuma panels were for. They would all fall down like dominoes and hit the oil lighter in a certain way to set it off.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
She's right.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
She is pretty smart, but calm down, simp.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Okay, there she is again with the kind of weird swearing. The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Alright, time for another non-stop. Hopefully I can start speeding this up and not get stuck on random things. Yeah, I like the Monokuma panels and the oil lighter, but Monokuma panels is probably what this will be about.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yes.
The killer used some kind of setup.
Yep.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Okay.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way,
Yep.
it could have ignited the curtain.
Yep.
Some way?
Yep. Monokuma panels.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
Yes, Sonia, let's go! I decided to go with that because I was right near the end of the thing.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Yeah, we don't have the same dramatic music. It's like very calm music when we're figuring something out here.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
Glorious Japan, Christ. Hirohito would like you.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Yep. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene,
And
right?
they all seem to, or most of them seem to all be in a line, yep.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
Yep.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Yep. That all makes sense to me.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it was dominoes.
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Yep.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Actually, yes, Akane.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Yep. Oh, wow.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
And so on and so forth. Wow, this is actually a pretty cool diagram of everything going on here. Interesting.
And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Makes sense to me.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Sure.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect. Oh, that was what the music was for, so we wouldn't hear it.
I see.
Oh, that's really clever.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
Yep.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yep. It sounds a bit louder here. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? I do. No, I'm not talking about the music. Yep, she said that. As if on cue, it suddenly started. Yep, in the fire. Yep. Yeah, that explains what
That's
Akane
it.
heard.
So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Yep.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right?
Yep.
Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
And it was hard to open. Yep, I remember. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Oh, it's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? I tell you it'd be fine. I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Yep.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Very elaborate.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
That makes sense to me.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Oh, the Monokuma panels don't sound heavy enough?
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, I don't know where she's getting at.
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
It had to have been Nagito, right? I don't know how he would have done this on his own, and some of his reactions don't add up with that, but if that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... I see, so the problem's talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see.
Yep.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened,
Yep.
the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Yep.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, they would have been stuck inside.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Yeah, literally all of them except Nagito, of course.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Is she just gonna straight up say Nagito? Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Wow, we're jumping straight to it, too. Person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Yeah, we're just going straight to it, for real. Holy shit. Yeah, Nagito.
This is my answer.
This is my answer, not you're the only one.
What if it was Nagito?
Yep.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He's literally the only person who could have done this.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He's possibly the killer as well.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, or the killer wants us to think that, but it's hard to think of anything else that makes more sense.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
I mean, Nagito would be the type to do all that just to make it a little more interesting.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
I mean, it's possible that it's possible they weren't and that he still killed himself, but it's also possible they were.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I mean, it really is consistent with his character, yes.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Oh my god, the blood. Does this have anything to do with the blood that was on the, not the ceiling, but the, what is it, the girder?
Need to discuss?
Apparently.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
I don't know about that, Fuyuhiko. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. All right, let's see if the girder blood is in the cylinder. No, okay. Burned rope is in the cylinder.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
Both arms, burned rope.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
You mean your cock?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Sounds like it. Our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct. Nagito should have tied himself up too. It's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
Lighter, torture wounds. Okay, torture wounds. Both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars which prevented him from moving. Okay. Burned rope. Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. I think it's the burned rope. He burned it beforehand.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
He did that to make us
How
think
about
that.
if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
That's where really the front tail thing is supposed to refer to his arm.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
That is it.
No, that's wrong.
He didn't tie up both of his arms. Yep, it was fake. He burned it beforehand. That's part of the lighter trick.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
Yeah, he wasn't actually tied up completely.
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, the rope just makes you think that, but it was burned for a reason. He wasn't actually he never was tied to anything.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Nope.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
He burnt that beforehand, yep.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
Nope.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Yeah, his shirt, or his jacket, I should say. Proof that the burnt... Yeah, his right sleeve, yes.
I see.
Let's do it.
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
And no burns.
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, it's still possible that that's the case, but I get that is where we're going.
A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
That's crazy.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Yeah.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
I mean, that's hard to resist, but we do have more pressing matters, Akane. Maybe if we actually get off this godforsaken island.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sonia Pimp Mommy confirmed? What the fuck?
That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, ironically coming from the person who at one point said that you'll sell Mikan's fucking ass to a whorehouse, end quote.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What on earth?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Yeah, Fuyiko doesn't want to accept this, clearly.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
True.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Unless he threw it into the air, like flipping it.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
What the fuck, Akane? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of, yeah.
Then hurry up and spill it.
Flipping it up in the air, I guess.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
That's a lot of money. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Just flipping it up in the air, I guess. Let's see what's on our truth bullets. Blood on girder? Blood on girder being there is very suspicious.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Yeah, that's what I was
could
thinking.
he stab his hand that way?
That's what I was
Is
thinking.
he a throwing knife expert?
Survival knife, let's see it. Safe to assume the wounds on Nagito's left arms, legs and left arm were caused by the knife.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
That's crazy to think about, too.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Interesting. If Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it? That's all we get.
Even if Nagito...
Okay, what does the blood on girder say? Faint red line was on the ceiling girder inside the goods warehouse. Could he have stabbed himself?
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
It's possible.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
No, I figured that wouldn't be it, but I didn't know.
It's wrong?
Well, yeah, what could he have propped it with?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Got the panels.
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air
Survival knife.
and let the knife fall,
Yeah, okay.
could he stab his hand that way?
Okay.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
I don't think
and
so.
slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
If he was tied up, he could use his bound left hand.
Even if... How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Huh.
Is he a throwing knife?
I don't know what I'm looking for here. I don't know if I'm supposed to absorb something or what. Both of Nagito's legs were each tied. Okay, yeah. Survival knife that was stabbed in Nagito's right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Blood on left hand. Isn't here. I think that'll have to do with the weird blood stain on the girder, but... Blood on girder. A faint red line was on the ceiling girder inside the goods warehouse. I feel like that's related, but... I don't know. Yeah, okay. I doubt this has anything to do with it. I really don't know, honestly. This is wild.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yeah, survival knife doesn't tell me
And
anything.
slammed his right hand down on it?
The way that comes up makes me think
Propped it
that's
onto
it.
what?
But
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
I mean, this isn't gonna be it.
Even if Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his right?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
No, it doesn't with
Is he a
that too.
throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yeah, of course that's not it. That was stupid. This might
It's
be all the
wrong?
life I have. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna be it. Oh, for a second I thought, oh, wait, no, I'm still alive, but never mind. Yeah. I feel like this happens to me every trial now in this game. Yeah, Hajime dies.
This is
Yep,
my-
everything's fucked. Yeah, give me my health
We will
back.
never give up!
Yeah, nice to have full health back, because, yeah, I got low on health almost right from the beginning, pretty much. I really have no idea what this is. A lot of times I feel like I'm just like, I have the right idea, but I can't quite, like, figure out exactly what it wants me to do with it. But I honestly don't know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall.
No, wait, it's this. Yeah, that's too...
It's wrong?
I mean, honestly, that's like the most reasonable thing I can come
Even
up
if
with.
Nagito's
but I
right
guess
hand was free,
it's the damn blood on
how could he
girder.
stab his right?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I feel like the blood on girder has to have something to do with it, but I don't know what it would be.
Even if Nagito's right, how could he stab his right?
If he threw the knife into and let the knife fall.
No, okay, I was thinking maybe... No, that I don't know why. I don't know why I hit that there. That didn't make any sense.
Even if Nagito's right, how could he
What
stab
else do
his
we
right?
If he
have?
threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped and slammed his right.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
That doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it.
Blood on the girder makes no sense. I need to stop using that.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Cooler panels, oil lighter. None
how
of
could he
this
stab
makes
his right hand
sense.
with his right hand?
Burned rope.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife.
Safe to say the wounds were caused by this knife. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. It's the Monokuma plushie. It's the fucking
And slammed his
Monokuma
right hand
plushie.
down on it?
The only thing is, it looks like it's a spear
Propped it-
wound. Let me just double check that what it says again. Wait, Monokuma plushie. Yeah, it says as if it was stabbed. It doesn't say anything about the spear. It's just the stomach thing that threw
If he
me
just
off because I
propped, he
figured
could've used
stomach,
his-
stomach,
If you're
even though
tied
that
up,
means
we don't know if
nothing.
his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Oh, I feel so stupid. It's totally the Monokuma
Even if Nagito's
plushie.
right, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Of course. I can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. I apologize. That was easy.
The life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
I was completely derping on that one. That one's all me. That one wasn't even that hard.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
This is so masochistic. This is insane of Nagito. Yeah, and maybe he duct taped himself on purpose so he wouldn't scream, so nobody would hear him while he was just mutilating himself like a crazy man.
If that's it, He had to place the plushie near him, and it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
Yep.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
It seems that way.
I see. So that's the trick.
But why go through to all this? I mean, he was sure he'd be the last one, too.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
Kick W.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
Yeah, that would have been good.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
The spear itself.
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
I actually don't know if I believe that.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Did he have it set up in a way where it would fall down from the girder?
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Yeah.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution.
Yeah, even Nagito's.
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Phrasing, Sonia, especially to Akane. Yeah, Sona's like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
What the hell, Kazuichi?
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
What the hell, Kazuichi?
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
I mean, it does sound hot, Sonia talking about getting penetrated by something big and thick, or whatever it was she said. I'm not gonna lie, but...
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Yeah, impossible.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
That's just insane.
So you're saying it's impossible?
Yeah, there was another trick to it.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
Fair enough.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
It's possible.
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Damn, Monami.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh, shit.
Monami sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so...
It's certainly possible. It's a little suspicious how quickly we've gone to the suicide route. But again, this class trial, there's all this evidence that seems to have nothing to do with the suicide. That has to do with other mysteries that we might be getting into. Like the fake bombs, the notebook, the gas mask and gloves, the blue paper. Well, I mean, a lot of these could have to do with how he killed himself, maybe. I don't know. The poison. The Hope Speak Academy file is the big one. I'm so curious how that's going to play into things.
This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Fair enough, Chiaki.
No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
Interesting.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
You would think.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Yeah, there are ways, tricks to it. I mean, stab himself with a spear, wording-wise, maybe that's impossible, but there's ways for a spear to potentially fall into his gut. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Wow, Akane.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
That does sound good, Chiaki. I'm down to figure it out.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
True.
Everyone working together.
Yep. She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now...
All right, let's do this.
Hell yeah. Back to another non-stop. Let's do it. Make your argument. I'm expecting the blood. No. Interesting. Alright, let's see what we're talking about.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito,
Blood on left hand seems
his right
interesting.
hand was covered by the knife, right?
You would think.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
I want to read blood on left hand.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No.
Or maybe he used his front tail.
There she goes again with that.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
Yeah, you're talking about dicks. Yeah,
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
of course. Wow. He used some part of his body. He did not actually use his
How did
teeth.
Nagito...
No, there's no way. No, absolutely not. Duct tape.
together
No!
and think this through.
Are you
When the spear
shitting
stabbed
me?
Nagito,
Lord Kazuichi
his
Soda.
right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was
Oh
only able to,
my
but his left hand was.
God.
Then that rules out. If that's the case,
He used his teeth?
Oh no, that wasn't actually it. I actually thought somehow with his... Yeah, I thought it was gonna be because of the duct tape that he was able to like grab it in his mouth with duct. That's so stupid, but
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work
Plushie
together
again.
and think this through.
could have been the
When
plushie
the spear
again.
stabbed Nagito,
No.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
but his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Okay, it is just
No,
that.
that's wrong.
All right, that was a much simpler answer. I was getting into psychotic stuff.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Yeah, because he had very weird blood patterns on his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
Yep.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Very strange.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Yep.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
Yep.
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
Yeah, on the other side of his hand.
Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Yep.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
Oh, I bet.
If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Gripping the spear. Yep.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why there's such a strange looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
That was from himself, his gut.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Oh my god, Akane. Like, she's trying to whore herself out. She's making all these dick comments. Like, good god, girl, calm down.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
He was grabbing his spear, that's for sure. God damn it.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
That's insane, but sure.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
It wasn't tied up for some reason. That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
No, she's just unsure.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh my god, it has to do with the girder, finally?
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
Makes sense.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Oh. Was he holding onto the cord?
I see!
Oh shit, yeah.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord.
Yeah.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus,
Yeah,
the joint
of
between the
course,
weight and the
yeah.
cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
That's where his hand was.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, probably.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
Yep.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
Because this is a special type of spear.
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
In a sense.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. Like a frickin', from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear? He used the girder. Wow, everyone's doing the hum.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
That would be hilarious.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Yeah, that does sound like a good plan, Chiaki.
That's a long plan name.
True.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
It was right above him. Way above him.
How it was positioned.
I think. 'Cause he would have already been bleeding at this point, so that would explain the blood. Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach from above, yep. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. I'm gonna assume this is a logic dive. Yep, I recognize the music. Yep, I think I got it all. I think I know where it's going, so I shouldn't have any problems with this logic dive. And I believe I remember the controls. It should be triangle to jump. Shit. It's fine. Here we go. Above Nagito. Yep. Epic. Whoa, whoa, moving objects. Whoa, that's crazy. I love how we keep getting more and more new mechanics. Oh, baby. Alright, here we go. God damn it, I had it too. Yeah, it's definitely the ceiling girder for sure. Yep. Yep, and that's how he died. That's awesome. God damn it. Oh, that was close. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh jeez, these things are insane. Alright, well, that worked out. Okay. The rope on Nagito's spear's cord? Spear's cord, yeah. Are we gonna get a fourth one? Oh no, okay. Very nice. That was very fun.
It's all coming together.
Yes, it is all coming together indeed. Good job, Hajime. Let's get it.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Yep.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
No, he's just a fucking genius.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Yeah, ESP would be way cooler, but...
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
That explains the bloodstain, yep.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Yep.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
Yep, makes sense.
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
I mean, it's so complex, but it's so Nagito.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
Sure.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real?
That's what it looks like, Fuyuhiko.
He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Yeah. Fuyuhiko's a Yakuza, and he's still like, fuck, that's metal as shit. What the fuck?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Yeah, I guess. Oh my god.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
Oh god. So oh my god, yeah, he held on the whole time?
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
That's insane.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
This is fucking stupid. I mean, I love it, but like, what the fuck? I mean, even for Nagito, this is metal as fuck.
Did he need to go that far?
I guess to create what he wanted.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Hope.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
So that we would...
His goal was to get us all executed.
Wrong.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
No, he wanted to make it challenging so you guys could overcome the challenge.
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
No, that doesn't fit his character.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
I mean, he is messed up, but I don't know about that. Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. Wow, that's a weird pan-in on the frickin' picture. I don't think we've ever had a shot like that before. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. No, there's a big, deeper purpose to all this. I'd forgotten all about it until now. Chiaki didn't say anything, too. I don't think Chiaki believes that. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Unless he is the traitor.
Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
No.
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
Exactly.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
I think you've lost the real meaning behind this.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't kill himself for his delusions of grandeur, but I definitely don't think you guys are interpreting his delusions of grandeur correctly.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
No.
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
No. Well, half of that's probably correct.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
It's probably just my imagination.
No, your gut's pretty solid, Akane. Not always correct, but pretty good. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
Chiaki is not saying anything right now.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
And we probably don't even need to, but...
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
I don't think so.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
No.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hajime, let's hear it. Wow, Monokuma.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Definitely.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Yeah, but what if the traitor is Nagito? That's honestly where it feels like we're looking. And I've never suspected him this whole time because I was like, there's no way. Because it's Nagito, there's no way. But now that the game's thrown the twist that Nagito's dead, he very well might actually have been the traitor. And that might have been part of the reason he decided to go through with this.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But
He should have left us something to identify the traitor, but that doesn't line up with what you just said, Chiaki.
I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Sure.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
Why did he kill himself?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Oh? Something related to Nagito's death. Something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Monokuma file.
I see!
Yep, it doesn't give us how he died.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
No, we don't know how he died. Yep. Victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. But no cause of death. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Okay, Hangman's Gambit. I'm gonna say cause of death. Yep, cause of death. Easy. Oh, right away. Let's go. Immediate C. I love to see it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good God. Jesus Christ. There's so many things going on here. I'm just gonna take the damage, I guess. Shit. God damn it. So close. There we go. Oh my God, I had like no health left. I actually managed to get it too. Holy shit. Nice.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Yep. No matter how obvious it might be, there isn't actually, we just read this, there isn't actually a cause of death, which implies it's definitely not the spear.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
It looks obvious, that's the problem.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Nope.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
The fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
Okay, Monami.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case,
Yeah.
the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
She's right.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Probably.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
It seems that way.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
Maybe?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
I think we still think it's a suicide, but...
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but...
Did he really take a pill? Because if we look at the truth bullets, we have the poison and we have the blue paper, and you combine the two together and maybe he took a poison pill or something. Because you notice something that's also not in the Monokuma file? It doesn't say anything about no signs of poison, which I feel like every Monokuma file has said there's like no signs of poison or whatever. Or other internals or whatever.
But it's not just a suicide.
It's not just a suicide.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me.
Fair enough.
For example, would that malice just end here?
Sure.
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
Yeah, trusting and believing in who Nagito was.
How interesting!
Exactly.
You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
Yeah.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice.
It's really interesting how that works, isn't it, Monokuma?
I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
It's one way to put it, for sure.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
Sure.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Yeah, remember the second trial?
Just to be safe, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's second trial.
Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
Yep.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Yep, let's keep diving deeper into this.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right.
That's what it sounds like. I guess we'll see how it goes.
That's what I believe.
We'll see, Chiaki.
Aww,
She actually is like, aw, this is what I wanted.
splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
It's very interesting that there's 6 of us, to be fair, and there were 6 that survived DR1. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then, this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Interesting. And this is gonna be the halfway point, of course. Yep. There's the suspension. Hey!
No, no!
Oh. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet, true. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed! Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. Hey, 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 hey! So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all, not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by your friend, you know? You aren't even friends in the first place. Hey, 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 hey! And as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Wow. Okay. Sure. Why not? I guess you totally fell for the man bait. I'm actually going to go get some more water, so I will be back soon. Welcome back. I know you guys wouldn't have gotten anything. I actually forgot that I do 2 kind of saves for these episodes. So let's see, 1, 2. I should have, if I'm exactly, I think I should be using exactly 30 save slots, which is really funny, actually. Hopefully there's like 300 in the next game.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Fair enough.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
Yeah, the remaining 6 are doing a good job.
Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Cool.
That's why I'm gonna fight too.
Hell yeah.
I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
We'll see, Monami.
That's basically it.
Sounds good. Alright, and back to the trial.
So if we're working together, where do we start? with the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Okay.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Sure.
In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is a knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
No, but poison might be.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Poison and that little... and like a pill thing, a thing for a pill, I'm assuming. Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Not a bad idea, Akane.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Sounds good. A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. I don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, I need to find out what it is no matter what. Here we go. We're also down to 3 girls and 3 guys. Which is also just like the last game.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
It's one of those last 2.
With all those wounds,
I have no health, by the way.
maybe he simply bled to death.
Good idea.
There's no way he burned to death.
No.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yep.
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold.
Like you were giving
Or
him that
liquefied
sleeper
his
belt?
guts with a body blow.
That's close.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's definitely the
Let us consider
poison.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no
No.
way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
There we go.
I agree with that.
Yep, it was poison, baby. All right, let's see where this takes us.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
Yep.
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Yep.
Poison?
Yep.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
Because Nagito had poison in his room.
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange.
Yep.
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Yep.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
There's definitely a good chance of it at the very least, Chiaki.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
Nope.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
You wouldn't be able to tell.
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
No.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
It's possible that was part of it.
That's also a possibility.
Good God, Nagito, what a savage.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
It was a pill and he ate it.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Are you telling me he ate it as the spear was falling? Good God.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
Or he let go because of the poison. He died and that's what made him let go and made the spear pop him.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
What the fuck, Akane? I'm really liking Akane in this case other than all the weird shit she's saying. I mean, it's funny, but it's not.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
For real.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
He didn't drink it, he ate it, and it was already there.
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Nope.
Are there any left?
He ate it.
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him.
Yep.
Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer's written on the warning label, or gas. Oh, is it gonna be like that it was gas? Actually, let me read this again. Treated liquid is highly potent, takes effect immediately. Though its volatility is low, its liquid is very dangerous when vaporized in a gaseous state. It is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. Okay, so it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. A glass or plastic container away from sunlight, yeah. Is this gonna be a logic dive, or is this gonna... Yes, okay, I'm glad. Thank God. I love logic dive, and I hate the Hangman's Gambit, so... Give me more logic dives, especially when I have literally no health. Even though I probably will still die here. But maybe not. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. You'd think it'd be gas, but I think it was actually solid. Yeah, because it was in the thing. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. So, it was gas then. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, I need the health anyways. I'm not gonna make it through this with no health, so I need the health, and hopefully I just don't die again now. We'll just run through this. Yep. No, we want to retry. We're good.
We will never give up!
Yes, we will never give up. Shoutouts to Makoto. Alright, here we go. Logic dive again. Okay, so it was definitely gas after all. I think I was just too torn up on that thing that looked like a pill. Although I'm now more confused as to what that actually is. Yep. It had to be gas. Oh, damn, that was an extra one. Okay. 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 Oh man, I jumped too early there. There's another way to go about it, but that's fine. Oh man, that one I just fucked up. That's on me. Okay, I need to actually be, like, concentrate here. This is not... They're not making this easy, so I gotta concentrate. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I actually thought I made it there. That one I was concentrating. Okay. Oh god, through his wounds. It's through his nose, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just kind of got thrown off by that, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But I was thinking through his nose, because that's obviously how... If it's gas, of course it'd be through his nose. This is wild. Okay. Yeah. Wait, that's it? Wait, really? Oh.
It's all coming together.
Oh wow, that was a logic dive with only 2 options. Wow, okay, I thought we were going one more time.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me... There's no way this fucker put it in the No, there's no way he put it in the fire grenades, right? Because the fire grenades didn't put out the fire. They didn't do shit. No way. Right? There's no way, right?
Inhaled?
We didn't investigate that, though.
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Yep.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
True.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse?
I guess.
But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Because Monokuma saved us. The sprinklers?
I see!
Yeah, the sprinklers, okay.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
That makes sense.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. Yep. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Yep.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Yep.
The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Yeah, water's pretty powerful. Water's one of the more OP things when it comes to chemistry. Like, water's insane. That's why it's pretty much one of the most... I mean, really, it's kind of the most important thing in our world.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
And immediately after I said that, while Chiaki was talking, I've been guzzling down water.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Sure.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
There's a point to all this.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Yeah?
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
I don't think so.
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. He commits suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Is that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Biko's been a little aggressive about it. I really doubt he's the traitor, but he's been aggressive. Nagito's motive, Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Really? Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Fire grenades.
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Only thing I can think of is the fire grenades. If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is the container.
I see!
And then they were the fire grenades.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah, because it said it was glass or plastic you should keep it in, and the fire grenades are made out of plastic. And apparently there was more fire extinguishing material, and all of that was left, so that of course we had to use the fire grenades.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
Because you were the ones who threw it.
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a safe, cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
No, it was the fire grenades themselves.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
And if you think about it, they didn't actually work.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
No, we're the ones who threw it.
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
It does change a lot.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
But that's exactly why it's not okay yet. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else.
that's so Nagito too. He's saying like you can't run away from despair.
But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us.
True.
He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
Yeah, that sounds like what he would say.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
It seems like it. It seems like Hajime's been haunted by Nagito's ghost, which is quite poetic in its own right.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga!
And Monokuma keeps emphasizing in different ways, like your power of friendship with Nagito.
Still, that's pretty messed up.
It is messed up for sure.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
There's clearly something here, though. Nagito has a grander plan. That's just who Nagito is. He doesn't do things just because.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
You'd think so.
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Yes.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
I mean, really, I guess it is, but I feel like whoever it was would be like, oh wait, I took this thing.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
Sure.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing.
What's Chiaki think about this?
And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
You're close. What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. Which means, in a sense, we all murdered him, question mark? The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... And now a hangman. God damn it. Fire grenade? Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, wow. This is really easy. What the hell? Oh, this is the next one. I'm stupid. Let's take the damage here. Yep, those two will combine. And we'll just go... Yep. Fire grenade it is.
I got it!
Yep, it is a fire grenade because we're the... Which means that we're the ones that threw it.
I see. I got it.
Does that make us killers, though? I assume they're still gonna count as suicide, but that's, like, really sus.
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Jesus.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yep, which means we're the ones that killed him.
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place.
Because it was broken, or he had one of them and just smashed it and knowing we'd throw the other ones.
As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse.
Yep.
It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used.
Okay, that makes
so there's
sense,
no need
too.
to dispose of the container later.
I had a slightly different thought, but that makes sense.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
And that's where the little aluminum comes from, the blue aluminum.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Yep.
Hajime. Could it be?
Yep.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
And we have the aluminum.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
No, it's not.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of the fire grenade were swapped with the poison.
I can prove it with this.
Piece of blue paper.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
It's blue aluminum.
The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room.
Yep.
We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
That was for handling the poison to set this up, of course, yep.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
Yep.
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
Yeah, because he didn't want it to affect him until the time came.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
It was one of the canisters that one of us threw.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
There were 3 of us that threw him. It was Sonia, Kazuichi, and I want to say Chiaki was the other one.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
One of us murdered him.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
One of us murdered him. Unknowingly.
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's not.
Yep. She figured it out.
Chiaki?
Yeah, and Hajime hasn't even figured it out yet.
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Oh god, this is so fucked up, Nagito. Jesus Christ.
Realized what?
One of us killed him.
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
But and how would we know which one of us threw it? It's like impossible.
So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
When we threw in the canisters.
When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Holy shit, Nagito.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
So, does this mean that Nagito actually agreed to be the victim for someone? And they all threw the canisters at the same time, right? So one of the people who was throwing the canister was the person that Nagito was agreeing to die for. And Nagito has said, going back to the earlier cases, like, let me help you and we'll commit the perfect crime and I'll be the victim and all that. And that would all line up with everything that's happened. The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. That same moment be when we all threw the grenades.
I see.
Yep. I'm assuming all of us threw the
Are
grenades.
you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yep, one of those fire grenades was the fire grenade.
Yeah, I think so.
Which means one of us killed him. I'm assuming all 6 of them did it.
When we all threw the grenades
From
to
the way
put
they're
out the
talking.
fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
Oh my god, this isn't... Nagito is a god. A fucking god of death, but he's a god. What on earth? Literally, how do we even investigate this? Do we have to find the traitor? I don't even know.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Yep,
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
murdered.
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
Holy fuck.
What the heck?
Yep.
But you said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
He might have been the accomplice, Nagito, but he wasn't the killer.
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? Where the poison fire grenade was... Nagito Komaeda?
I see.
Yes.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Yep.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
That would be Nagito Komaeda.
I see.
Yep.
That was also Nagito.
Yep.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Let her go through the motions.
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire. To make someone throw the poison.
I see.
Yep.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
Yep.
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
Because he knew the poison was there.
It was a trap.
Holy fuck.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito.
Yep. Holy shit, Nagi. I don't even know what to say. Good God. Trying to find the ultimate hope, huh?
It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
What's the name of this chapter again? Smile at hope in the face of despair? God damn it, what is this chapter called? It's something like that.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We have no idea.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Oh, shit.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
That's insane and amazing.
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
Jesus.
And for that reason,
We have no idea who did
he
it.
put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades,
And we all threw him.
setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Ultimate luck. Nagito is the ultimate lucky student. So the way he formulated his plan, he's about to say what the fuck soda, but so he formulated his plan that because he's the ultimate lucky student and what he wants more than anything is to find an absolute hope that can overcome any despair, the absolute hope would be lucky enough to grab the fire grenade that had the poison. Because it's the blackened is the one that's gonna survive this. That was Nagito's plan. And that's how he finds the absolute hope that can overcome any despair.
What the hell?
What the hell works too, Kazuichi?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
Yep.
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
This is incredible, amazing, insane, what the fuck, it's all, everything.
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
This is gonna be so tragic if we do find who did it.
Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison.
Yep.
And then...
He died. The
Whoa,
spear was after that.
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Which means it also could be Nagito.
Even so, the
Well,
poison
I
is
guess
what
that is
caused him
also
to let
fair.
go of the spear.
Yeah.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Wow.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. We're fucked. We are literally fucked. Holy shit, Nagito is a fucking genius. I kept saying he's a genius, but goddamn, Nagito's a fucking genius. I don't even know what to say. What do you say to this?
That was his trap all along.
And you guys bit.
Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened.
Yep.
His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out.
Oh, of course.
After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end.
I like that line.
However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved.
Yep. It's like he wants them to feel despair.
As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair.
Huh.
Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
Yeah, but Nagito does believe in hope, unless he was lying all along.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It really is so fucked up, but I still question that there wasn't some deeper meaning to it with Nagito.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry! Please vote me as a killer!
Oh, Sonia.
That's not the fucking issue here!
It doesn't even matter, yeah.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
It is, but that's not the way this works. Self-defense, accidental murder, that doesn't matter here.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
Maybe we do have to play rock, paper, scissors, Akane, and just hope for the best.
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
Yep.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever.
They mentioned this earlier with Monami. He's so powerful.
I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
Huh.
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Is that supposed to be that she was shitting and Kazuichi's gonna be like, oh no? Or did that mean something else?
How can you? I'm so jealous. How can you have such an awful power?
What the fuck, Kazuichi?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Of course.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
You have to take a shot.
No, it's too early to give up.
We still have the Hope's Peak. Have we used everything else? Is it... We've not really talked about the spear at all, as far as I can remember. But there's the MP3 player, which we really haven't talked about. The music. Sonia's account really hasn't come up. Monokuma's account really hasn't come up. Monami's notebook hasn't come out. Yeah, this did come out, this came out, this came out, and then Hope's Peak special file didn't come out, the Academy, the profiles. So there's multiple pieces of evidence we haven't used, but I'm pretty sure in this game there's actually been pieces of evidence we don't use. So I don't actually think, I think they've, like, they're not following that rule of thumb that most of these games do, where anything you find is useful.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
How would that be?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Sure.
I want to make sure my hunch is correct.
Okay.
Hajime, please.
Oh, we're gonna do the closing argument right now. That's right. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Closing argument. Here we go. Interesting. So she has a hunch. Interesting. God, all these pictures of Nagito. It's weird because Nagito's here. I wonder if we're actually going to see the killer near the end. The quote-unquote killer. Nagito with the mask. Everything going on here is crazy. Ha! They're all the killer? Are we all the killer? Did he put a little in each of them? Oh god. Oh god, we're all the killer. That's what it's implying. What's beyond the Monokuma panel? Nothing. His whole body wasn't tied up. Okay. That's fine. How did he support the spear? Yeah, that's right. Or to hurt himself. Jesus, the pain in his face. Propped up the knife with something. As we went to the warehouse was... Yep. It's in all the fire grenades, yep. It's in all the fucking fire grenades. I swear to fuck. He put it in all of them. He totally put it in all of them. We're all the killer. What in the actual fuck is happening? We're all the killer. It's totally fucking all of us. This would be the lighter. Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense. Or to hurt himself. Nagito propped up the knife with something, no. Reason he went to the warehouse was... Throw the fire grenades and then he drops it, right? Yep. Right there. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Oh my god, that freaking picture, the one on the far right of Nagito on the computer screen, that's fucking creepy and crazy as fuck. Holy shit. It somehow looks creepier in this. Okay, yeah. Special poison. We're switching the poison. Place aside the break room. These. Yep. His whole body wasn't tied up. Or to hurt himself. Yeah, propped up the knife with something. So the warehouse was the message, yep. Now on to stock 4. Let's keep going. Back to the beginning here. Yep. We're switching to poison. He had to take off the aluminum. Yep. But we only saw one piece, which implies it was only one fire grenade. So maybe... So by that logic, it wouldn't be all of us then. There it is. Last stock. Okay, let's see where we go here. Okay, so... Have the poison. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Or to hurt himself. Oh, wait, no. It just said in order to hurt himself. Oh, yeah, the duct tape. Yeah, so he doesn't scream. Now the plushie.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
All right, let's do it.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda.
Oh boy, what a savage. Nagito is a god. I can't get over this. And how the hell is this gonna be resolved? What's Chiaki's hunch?
He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison.
Yep.
When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade.
Yep.
With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory.
Nice. Yep.
And put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
Like nothing ever happened.
The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere.
Yep.
While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse.
Yep. And planned everything out perfectly.
In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it.
This is insane.
From there, Nagito set his insane plan in
Yeah,
motion.
exactly. Insane plan. Brilliant, but insane. Yeah, that music was such
First,
a Nagito
he
pick.
hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand.
Yep.
In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
Yep.
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted.
Yep.
First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Yep. He started cutting the shit out of himself.
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs.
Good God, Nagito.
Finally,
Jesus.
he propped the
Christ.
knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
This is so insane.
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured.
Yeah, let's make it a little challenging for them to come to that realization that, you know, they're fucked.
Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse.
Yep.
But that was part of Nagito's plan.
Yep.
We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect.
Yep. That was the curtains.
The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain.
Yep.
Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades.
Yep.
We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply.
Yep.
It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared.
Yep. Still never used the
The
Hope's
poison
Peak
sank to the
sauce.
floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere.
Yep, the heat would make it super fast, yep.
The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized.
Huh.
That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor.
Yep.
There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness.
Yep.
Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
Yep. What a way to go out, Nagito. That's so Nagito of you.
This is all the information related to Nagito's plan.
All the red eyes, Jesus.
His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Yep, it's all of us.
In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
Yep. Oh my god. Ah! Oh, wow. That's crazy.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
I don't see anything personally. And like I said, truth bullets, like... What would this do? Unless he somehow made it the traitor. Now... Huh.
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
I guess.
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end, my ultimate luck. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. He used his ultimate luck. So the traitor threw the fire grenade. Oh my god. He did it again. I just trusted my luck. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together. And most of all, I believe in my ultimate luck.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick.
He used his ultimate luck so that the person that he doesn't believe in is the traitor. The person the traitor must have threw it.
He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames.
Yep.
And he believed we'd fall into his trap.
Yep.
By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
Yep, because he believed in us.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
His ultimate luck.
I want you to try to remember what that is.
His ultimate luck. What Nagito believed in. His talent.
I see!
Yep.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Which means he believes that the villain would be unlucky enough to be the one who threw the wrong grenade. Oh, it makes perfect sense. That explains it. That makes sense. I wish I thought of that sooner. After all the time we've spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely gonna be alright.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Yep.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
Like he fully believed that the right person, or the wrong person rather, would throw the right grenade.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Yep, 5 bullets. It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load 1 bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it? Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I just only used 1 bullet, I guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take 1 bullet out of the cylinder. So that's how I did it. You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. He did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. Wow, we're gonna flash all the way back to this? That's right, I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Yeah, it's like the world just revolves around him in a way where his luck, at least his perception of luck comes through. Just like how being part of this killing game he thought was something lucky. Because of what it would create. Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky! That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted. Yeah, it's what he perceives as luck.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
It has everything to do with the case, Hajime.
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
He believed in it. that the traitor would be the one to make the throw. Huh?
He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck.
Oh, he did.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
Yeah, we've seen enough of Nagito to know just how much he believed in it.
What did he do?
He used luck. There's nothing that he did. He just trusted his luck. Just like he did with the cleaning duty, and just like he did with the Russian roulette. He trusted his luck. And you think about it, how many of us were there? 6. What are the odds that the person he wanted threw the right fire grenade? 1 in 6. What are the odds that he would have survived that Russian roulette? 1 in 6.
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Yep.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
But he knew.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student and incorporated that luck into his plan.
That's insane.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
Yep, the traitor.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
I mean, of course he did. It's Nagito. There's no way Nagito's own murder plan doesn't come down to luck in the end.
He risked his life for that?
Yep.
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Yep, and that's how he could be the ultimate hope.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor.
I see.
Yep.
That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Yep.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Yep.
Then what he said in his video message...
Yo, he meant it! Oh my god, he meant it. It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. That was a lie. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
Bluff until the end, relying on luck to the end, being a genius until the end. I mean, it's just Nagito in a nutshell. Like, this is everything Nagito was in that murder, which is why he actually really died. Because everything Nagito was, everything about who he truly was in that goddamn murder plan.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Yep. Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
He believes in us, yep.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
It's everything Nagito always wanted.
That's something he'd say.
Yep.
Monami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
Monami knows who the traitor is.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
I believe it. He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. Like, only Nagito could pull that off. Sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
Sure, believe in his ultimate power. Believe in all of us.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
And we're not ultimate luck.
But even if we do believe, what should we do?
Now we have to find out who the traitor is.
I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
We haven't been able to read this thing about the traitor yet. We haven't been able to read the profiles yet. I want to read them.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
They weren't created to do that?
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
What the fuck?
You want us to guess?
They weren't created to do that?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
I have chills.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime?
Oh my god, is it Hajime?
Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Or is it Chiaki? Oh, I don't...
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Oh no.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Are we talking about the fake Byakuya? Or, I mean, yeah, Hajime thinks he's talking about Hajime, which makes sense, but...
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
He's crying. We're really supposed to pick Hajime, aren't we? Chiaki's, like, smiling. Hajime's crying. The parallel Makoto was guilty in the last game. Oh my god. I mean... the Byakuya thing, I wish, but... No. So then it's Byakuya. It's Byakuya then. Traitor who's not allowed to be a traitor. She's talking about herself. She's talking about herself then. It is this. Wow. He didn't say anything.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
I was freaking right the whole time! And I doubted myself at the end because I was like, what the fuck is this?
Please, hold on.
But yeah, Monami was like, Chiaki, what are you doing?
Ah, you totally guessed right.
What?
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
What in the fuck?
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it! Why? Yeah, I was... She's too fucking perfect, and if this is a simulation, she's the ultimate gamer, it makes sense. But also, maid? This is, I mean, this nonsense is, why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Wow. I can't believe I didn't actually pick her first try. I mean, I've been banging that drum this whole time, but I think that tells you, too, how much I fucking love Chiaki. I didn't want to do it. And, like, the implication with Monami was Chiaki, and she was saying, like, come on, say it, Hajime. And Hajime was like, no. And I tried to convince myself Hajime was talking about himself. And I, like, really, like, pulled some bullshit there to try and talk myself out of it. Even though it was obvious what the real meaning of that scene was. And that's crazy, because I've been accusing her this whole time, but I really do love her. Like, she is perfect. She really is.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely You must be joking.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time.
Yep.
Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
She's trying to take the bullet.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
Yeah, let's hear Chiaki say it.
No, I have nothing more to say.
What the fuck, Chiaki?
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity.
Oh god.
So the only thing left to do is vote.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Yeah, it was literally Chiaki who said that.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that?
Why was I able to do that?
Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Is she a fucking robot? What the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck is going on? She does talk kinda deadpan-ish. Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What the fuck?
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult.
She's not able to. She's a fuck... Oh, what the fuck? She was a... Is she really a fucking robot? Like, there's no other explanation for this, is there?
That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem.
We need to look at these damn profiles.
Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you.
That's what she's asking for exactly.
There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can.
Oh my god. How is there... I mean, it's insane to think there's a chapter 6. There's still like, who the hell is Monokuma? Who the hell is coming to the island? But we're hitting one of the huge bombs of this game. I mean, it's like a double bomb because we lost Nagito and now we're gonna lose Chiaki. Are you kidding me? In chapter 5? What the fuck?
It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all!
Monami, speak up.
'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad.
Oh, Monami.
I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
You're lying, Monami.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Huh.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Yeah, you have to do it, Hajime. No matter what the truth holds. Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend.
Oh, Monami.
I hate Chiaki so much.
Oh, Monami. Monami and Chiaki's relationship? Proving it here. Is that the only way? Panic talk action, huh?
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix.
Okay.
I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I'll
Okay,
lower
come on,
your
come on.
grades.
Oh, of course you'll lower my
Disappear.
grade. Oh, wow, disappear. That's a rough one.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Yep. And now it's fever time to try and
Let's
finish
all
this.
get along.
Yep.
Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end!
Monami's notebook. Yep. I guess she has really bad handwriting.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it.
Yep.
That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
You didn't write in it.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
Maybe their handwriting.
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Yep.
Give me that notebook!
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
Huh? What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either.
Sure.
However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
Yeah? No, the truth is I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Yeah, it's obviously Chiaki's.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
Wow.
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Oh yeah, it was day 16. What was it? The final dead room, that's what it was. Chiaki stopped
In
him.
the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Chiaki stopped Hajime from going to the final dead room. I remember. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
Yep. If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
Yep.
There must be some mistake.
Oh, Sonia.
I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
I don't think so. Not in this case.
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either.
Because it's Chiaki. Like, she's so great. Like, I don't blame them.
I mean, if you were the traitor, There's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Yep, she was the one person who was willing to try it. Yep. And I was thinking about that. Was that supposed to be a red herring on her being the traitor? And it's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket. Huh? Without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Bzz. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She was like, nope.
She knew?
Yep, if anything, she did the thing that made her look even less suspicious.
That is a mistake! That must be a mistake!
I don't blame Sonia on this one, but...
Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Oh, poor Sonia.
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
It's the truth, Sonia. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but
then nobody will be saved.
then we'll just all die. Oh shit. Oh shit, make your argument. What is happening? Okay. Sonia's account, Monokuma's account!
Chiaki is...
Which one was it? The one about Monami. Monami was apparently peeking the whole time!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known.
Monami.
If that bomb was fake or not.
Oh
The
yeah,
only
she was.
person who knew it was a fake was...
Yep.
me, when I tried to detonate it.
That's wrong!
It's not it.
That's not it! Oh, I love how he's like hesitant. He doesn't want to do this.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
Monami knew. Yep.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Yep.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Yep, she just realized it herself.
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Yep.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
Yep.
I do not want to hear that!
Yep, and she rejects.
Enough already. Please do not say another word.
Oh, Sonia.
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Oh, Sonia, Sonia, Sonia.
Sonia.
Yeah, this is something else. Danganronpa, hats off to you. I'm not wearing a hat right now, nor am I wearing a shirt. Ayo. But tremendous job. They are playing the emotion in this trial masterfully.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Fortunately, that's not true. Oh wow, we're doing this with this music. This is so ominous. Oh, is it gonna be the file or is it gonna be the account? Interesting.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too!
She didn't know too.
After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oh, we're out of cuts. Sonia, she's panicking pretty badly. Won't have enough words if I counter her right away. It might be best to wait for Sonia's words.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Okay.
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Okay.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Oh, I was supposed to slice
If that
both of those
counts as
at once, I bet.
I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Yeah, because I don't have enough. I know what I have to do. I understand what I have to do. That's actually really cool. So I know what I have to do.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake,
Yep.
that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Yeah,
If
that's what I
that
had to
counts
do.
as evidence, I should be doubted too.
Yep.
After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Yep, and now I'm able to advance. That's really cool.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her.
Monami, yep.
What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
Yep.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Sure.
Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
There it is. Yep.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake.
Yep.
But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint, and you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. Yep. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Whew, I feel relieved.
That Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
I mean, he's believing Chiaki.
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
Well, would you believe in that, or would you rather just play rock, paper, scissors?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know.
Yeah.
I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life.
Wow.
So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Wow.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Aw. That's really sweet.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
It's pretty cruel, to say the least.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this.
I'd love to know the specifics on that.
But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
Good for you, Chiaki. That's why you were here, in a sense.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong.
Okay.
However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
She's really a fucking robot, isn't she? What the fuck are you talking about, Monami?
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
It's a good point.
I know. It's voting time. right?
Dude, Monokuma's gonna execute Chiaki, and Chiaki's gonna be a fucking robot.
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Believe in me and cast your vote. Holy fucking shit, this game.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
I don't fucking know, Soda. Fuck me, Kazuichi. Fuck me, Chiaki. Holy fuck. Man, that was a... You know, it was a... The fifth trial was a farce in the first game. In the second game, it was a fucking masterpiece. A masterpiece of emotion, beautiful emotion, combined with a great plot twist. It was everything you could have asked for. What a trial. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Even so, I vote for Chiaki. I love how, and that's the thing, I love how the game really shoves the knife in your heart by making you choose it one extra time at the very end. That's brutal. You have to send her off straight to her death. Yep, it's great. Brutal, but great. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komaeda's killer is...
Yoo-hoo!
Chiaki Nanami!
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Fuck me.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all, baka.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
Yeah?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. It's in your code. Can't betray? Yeah, it's not like I won't, it's I can't.
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? You know, on the one side they were building Mona Beasts, and on the other side they were building what seemed like a female robot android thing in Sea King Industries or whatever it was called. Something to note. You know, the ultimate gamer, huh? You're interested in things that are electronic, huh? In the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
Strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions.
Ah,
You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like, if we ask you why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
yeah.
The traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that, was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange.
So,
I mean, we nearly lost, right? Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan! I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor!
Huh?
To kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal.
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all to form a plan that only the traitor would survive. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
You really are a kind-hearted person. You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from. Wow, Monami.
perhaps...
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think? Our dad and our big brother. And our, not my.
Hey, come on now.
Hey, don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru. Also, big brother might literally be mean Monokuma. Dad, no idea.
I can't lose!
Then, I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I cannot win.
Hiya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate? Oh my god! German!
I will no longer let you do as you please.
She about to German suplex his ass?
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She's gonna blow them up? What the hell? What? She's self-destructed?
what'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died.
No!
I'm not dead. A new one fucking came out. Phew. Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's...
Hey, wait. Oh my god. Oh my god.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
God damn, Monami.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Oh my god, Monokuma? Okay, part 2. Yeah.
Hey!
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all going to be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my students.
I won't let you.
I will protect them with my life. Monami, you...
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? Not that much. Just around... 10 to the root of 60. Are you fucking kidding me? What did you say?
What?
1 million. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead, 10 to the 52, 10 to the 56, and then 10 to the 60th power. Yeah, that's 10 to the 60th power. Yeah, that's a lot of Monokumas.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? And those are actual Monokumas? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
What? Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie. As long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. This is not reality after all. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on, if you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it. Oh boy.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong!
Okay then.
There's no value in that life you're risking.
Well, shit.
So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
Okay then.
What's this?
And how many Monamis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th powers? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up. Even if I have no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know?
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them. But...
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is...
Please listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations?
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. So maybe the ultimate despair for Monokuma. And the ultimate despair and the Future Foundation are two different entities? Because.
Yahoo!
Because the punishment time's gonna start. Ugh. Hold on, just a little more time.
Shing!
To wait or not to wait? That is the question. Wow, to be or not to be. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. You think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I could say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that,
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer. Hajime, you better say what you have to say really fast.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Why even Monami?
It's
just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore. Also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that?
Huh.
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway, and not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys,
I'm
I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Wow.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you.
Yeah, Hajime.
When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone.
Makes sense, Monami.
But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of.
Truer words have never been spoken. In the end, just make sure you're proud of yourself. Fuck me, this trial's fucking me up.
'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter.
I'm getting a bit emotional here, but yeah, it's true shit.
If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life.
And that's where the love comes from?
Love.
Yep, I knew she was gonna say it. Holy fuck. Oh, Jesus.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, God.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you.
Sounds like a Future Foundation catchphrase.
It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Wow.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Then let's proceed with high spirits. This is the very last punishment time! Oh boy, here we go. Chiaki and Monami, huh? Are they gonna be together here, or is it just gonna be Chiaki? Yep. Chiaki's been found out. Time for the punishment. And Monami's just there. You too, Monami! Nice! Monami's scared. Chiaki's ready. Oh, and the 10 Monamis. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh my god. Please insert coin. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Chiaki just no selling it. Oh, she's selling it a little. Oh, Chiaki started running. Oh my god, it's like Pac-Man. Kind of. Sort of. And that was just a dead end. The last Monami and Chiaki. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh my god, Tetris! Oh, this is so cool! What a great freaking... What a great execution! This might be my favorite. Whoa, no. And we can't, well, that was cool. And there's no remains of her. So God damn it. There's no remains, so we don't even know for sure if she was a robot, even if the way she was talking implied it. Or an AI robot thing. Humanoid android thing. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. We have 5 people left. What a weird group of people. Dude, Sonia and Kazuichi are somehow both still alive. What the fuck? Akane and Fuyuhiko. I mean, it's couples, right? Akane and Fuyuhiko are somehow going to be a couple. Sonia and Kazuichi, somehow a couple. And then Hajime on his own. The feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. Yeah, Chiaki was his, right? It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask. Before I could say what I needed to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Wow. No Monami, no Chiaki, no Nagito. We're literally down to just Akane, Fuyuhiko, Hajime, Sonia, Kazuichi, and Monokuma. And supposedly whoever's gonna show up. Good gracious, that was such a big surprise! As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials. As did Nagito, too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer, too.
Phew!
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean... Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We could really leave this island?
I shall now present.
Yup! Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. What is happening? Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it, what are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still are 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left?
You.
Are you planning to make a volleyball team? Basketball team, or at least, you know, main court would be 5.
Stupid fool!
Yeah, I was gonna say, that number didn't sound right. You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're an enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. Huh. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles. Huh.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then, you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island,
Shing!
Your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Yeah? Is that so, Monokuma? You did it twice, huh? Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going. Forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Huh. No Monokuma Theater. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. I burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. It's night already, and then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? Yeah, this world, this fake world that we're living in. I don't know how literally I mean it. I think it's a simulation. I think this is what the Future Foundation created. They created a simulation world to run away from reality, which is despair. And this Monokuma is this despair, this ultimate despair that we're facing, is tearing that all apart. What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? Not just that. If we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? Good question. That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Holy shit. So you just wasted a day, which means there's 1 day left. Or possibly 0 days, and it's X hours. Yep. 9 hours. Okay. 8:55, 19, and counting. Holy shit. There's not going to be any further teaser, is there? I feel like I had a fun dream. Somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma, this chapter just won't end. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Holy shit. It's happening. Oh, holy shit, it's happening. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape. Oh my god, this effect. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime, good timing. Oh, it's all breaking down. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently, there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently, it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? But why? Why would he do that? And he's not... This is like full Doki Doki, and I love it. But I love how Hajime can't even process something wrong about Chiaki being here at all.
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will? Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Wow, this chapter does not want to quit. We're really doing this. Glitches and all. Holy shit, this is happening. Oh my god, this really is a simulation. They're not even fucking with us. Pet. Shouts to our girl. Hotel lobby, here we go. And let me guess, the hotel lobby is gonna be fixed? Yep. Everything's fine. Everything is perfectly fine. Nothing bad ever happened. Ever. There's the laptop. There's everyone else.
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory. Nice!
Listen well.
Huh! A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of causality guiding you, and yet more glitches for characters that have died.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. This is so cool. It's Gundam and Kazuichi randomly showing up.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Oh, I love that it's voiced. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer and even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Great to see Byakuya in any context, but if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It'd be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... Of course, it starts glitching out right there. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. It's all just a game. Ultimate gamer, that's what I was saying all this time. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take up action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. Oh my god. Because you are! You're freaking Makoto! What is this? Check the web for details. Well, I was able to make that... But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's action, this really is Doki Doki though, what the hell? I mean, this is pre-Doki Doki, I'm like, yeah, for sure, but it really is. I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mysteries and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Makoto? The actual Makoto? Perhaps that someone is... Seriously pissing me off. Hell, and one ice. C2 is happy. It's so happy, ors. This only... Yeah, okay, there's nothing there. Something like this is only... So happy. So happy. Jeez. What a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. You want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. Since that message gets rid of those steps, you could think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. That has nothing to do with me. You guys will think you're not gonna do or something. Will stop it, don't stop. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end. But I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. Is it gonna glitch out? 11037. Leon, you clutch bastard. That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
Please call me the ultimate hope. This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter that ancient ruin. Nice to see you, Mahiru.
Hey.
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. New World Order. Oh man, it's really playing too. You're right, let's go. We're really... Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. It's so glitchy. Oh. Oh, it's snowing. Oh. Oh, lovely. No names, huh? And this is like, the music is... It's like Beautiful Ruin, but it kind of sounds like the music from the video game. Ironic, isn't it? Yeah, Beautiful Ruin 16-bit. I think this might have actually been the music that played in Twilight Syndrome Murder Case. Holy shit, this game is stupid in the best of ways. There it is. Oh my god, we're gonna open this and that's gonna be like, to be continued, save, and I'm gonna wanna kill myself. So somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there? He said it was just familiar scenery, but... Hope's Peak?
You are a boy, right?
It's so we're unreliably freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Fool! There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills. Sounds like Monokuma.
Thanks for the food.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Young master for Yuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's orders. Aw, that's so cute! I love you, Ibuki!
What?
What was that? Oh my god, because ham hands? Are we about to get, Hiyoko? Yep. I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. 11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
No need to worry for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
But why am I at a trial ground?
Look at this. And the pieces are moving, and you see the Future Foundation logos in there. And it looks like we have screens at each, like, portal.
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
Oh, yeah.
By the way...
Is there no more glitching?
Huh?
Because so far we're only seeing the normal 5. Yeah, 5.
Where did everyone go?
We're the only ones left.
Hmm? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. Oh, I love that glitch effect. Oh, I can't even hold it. That's cool. What did I do? Oh, that's really cool, too. Oh, it's just doing different ones, too. This is so sick. All these different glitch effects. No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this. This world. It's not real. Oh shit, 0. We're really getting all of this in this chapter. It's gonna destroy this world and wake us up. But then my question is, if this world is not real, were the deaths even real? Oh my god. Stage clear? Question mark? And that's the end of it, isn't it? Oh wait. Chapter 5, smile at the hope in the name of despair, end. It's all glitching. Surviving students. 5. It kind of said Danganronpa a little bit. Abandon all hope. Gamer's backpack. What do I even fucking say? What do I even fucking say? I mean, what do I say? I mean, we lost Chiaki. Monami's gone. We're literally down to 5 characters. And Chapter 6 looks like it's fully going to exist in the real world. Like, what on earth? This chapter, Chapter 5 was my favorite chapter of Danganronpa 2 and maybe Danganronpa period. This chapter from beginning to end for so many reasons was so compelling. And I don't even... And I mean, Chapter 5 was a weird chapter in the first game and like really set up the, you know, all the big reveals of Chapter 6 if I'm not like derping on my chapters. But this Chapter 5 was a masterpiece in so many ways in reference to the greater Danganronpa 2 story and all the twists that were revealed. The 2 big ones that were revealed were Chiaki was the traitor and this is a fictional world. Now, the game has went out of its way to be like, hey, this isn't real. Nothing's real. It's all bullshit. And I believed it. And I think a lot of you probably believed it because the game went out of its way to hint over and over again that nothing is real. But nothing is real. What is the traitor? Sure. but we're still waiting for someone. We're still don't know who Monokuma is. Still don't know what the fuck the rest of this game's gonna be now that we're apparently entering the real world. There's so many things. We enter this chapter 6, and I've been playing this game, you know, with some breaks from basically 5:30 at night on January 1st to what is now 7 in the morning on January 2nd. So breaks aside, I've been playing this game for the last fucking 13 and a half hours, sorry. And I'm a bit tired, even though I'm engrossed in this game, and it reminds me a lot of my feelings when I finished the first game, at a similar time. Although I think it was actually even later in the morning when I did that all of chapter 6 in one basically 2 sessions back to back in the first game. But I played all of chapter 5 in one, I'll say, sleep cycle. I haven't slept yet, and I am at a loss for words as to how I can describe how fucking great all of this was. You know, it's weird, because Chiaki, the traitor, I predicted that, and weirdly enough, at the very end, I couldn't follow through with my convictions, but I predicted this for a long time. And I had my reasons, but I thought she was the traitor, and she was the traitor. And I also thought this was a simulation. I think the latter was obvious. I think the simulation thing was very obvious. They were pushing that the whole time from the very beginning, and like, what else would it be? Now, what the actual fuck is chapter 6, though? What's so cool about this, and the reason this twist worked the way it did, was because this twist was unveiled at the end of chapter 5 in a game that has 6 chapters. It was set up in a way where you have no fucking idea what in the actual godforsaken fuck is chapter 6 going to be about. Chapter 6 is a fucking what the fuck. And my anticipation, my hype for chapter 6 of Danganronpa 2 is out of this world, and I hate how close we are to this damn thing, because I have to record other videos, or at least another video later today, a reaction video today, but I am desperate. I mean, I guess maybe I don't have to, because I could post one of the re-uploads, which I might even have to do because of how desperate I am to finish this game. Like, it is actually painful how badly I want to finish this game, how much I love this game. I think this game has already surpassed Danganronpa 1. I think even if I'm a little disappointed with the ending, I really think this game has surpassed the first one. But how far has it surpassed it? I think this is going to be one of my favorite games. Just because, again, you know, I'm so engrossed in this story and I love it so much, but like, what in the literal 9 hells is this fucking ending gonna be? And that's the thing, because this is supposedly a simulation, did anyone even fucking die? Are all the characters alive? Was it a fucking, you know, SAO deal where they like fried their brains when someone dies in the game, it just like fries their brains. It's like game over in the real world. Like, what the fuck did any of this mean? And what the fuck are we gonna do? Who is Monokuma? It seems like, unlike the first game, Monokuma is not one of us. Now, there's 6 survivors, keyword 6, from the first game. It's possible the Future Foundation was started by the survivors of the Killing School life. It's possible that Byakuya, Makoto, Kyoko, Hiro, Hina, and Toko, or at least some of them, started the Future Foundation. Now, the World Ender thing, like, that doesn't actually add up at all now that I think about it, based on what we've learned about it, but it's clear that the Future Foundation is separate from whatever Monokuma is. And I want to think Monokuma is the ultimate despair. The only problem is, we have not met an ultimate despair. There's no despair left. The despairs from the first game died, and there was no despair introduced. The closest thing to a despair that was introduced was Mikan, who is obviously not coming back, unless everyone survived. Unless this really was all just simulation and, you know, they played this killing game that didn't actually matter. But I don't know. I don't know where this series is going. I don't know what the direction is here. Is the fact that the dead characters were showing up a glitch in the game, implying that they're still alive? Or was it just a glitch in the game because the game is glitching? What does that mean? Fuck does any of it mean? The counter has hit 0. It's time for Chapter 6 next week. But for now, for one of the final times in Danganronpa 2, and certainly for the final time before the ending, we've finished a chapter. And I'm at a loss. You know, I talked about it a lot during the episode, but Chiaki and Monami, it's all so fucking good. Chiaki's story was incredible. And to me, the implication was she was a fucking robot. But how does that line up with the fucking simulation? All of this is just a fucking mindfuck. And where the fuck is it going? What was the purpose of all this? I mean, I can grasp that it was probably a situation where the Future Foundation wanted to give us hope by giving us this fictional world and this fictional scenario. But what does that mean? And if that is the case, why were we in this position at all with Monokuma? How did Monokuma hijack their plan? And what? Like, just what does it all mean? How do we connect all these story bits together? According to Monokuma, everything will make sense when that clock hits 0. Well, the clock's hit 0, and Chapter 6 awaits. I swear to fuck, this game better give the answers. But given the fact that we have a whole chapter left, it looks like, and it gave us the cuck ending again, but this time it gave it to us in the penultimate chapter, which means it's probably going to give us the answers we so desperately desire. And I can't wait for every last second of it. I am so fucking sick of talking as well. My voice is ready to permanently shut the fuck up and drink more water. You guys know the drill with the links and stuff in the description and all that fun stuff. I'm not going to waste any more time with this. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this Let's Play that I am kind of killing myself over, but also enjoying to the absolute fullest. As Monokuma said at the beginning, I am enjoying this game to the fullest. And I am really appreciating everything that Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair has to offer. But I don't know if we're going to be saying goodbye to despair when Chapter 6 rolls around next week. So, here we go. It's time for the final chapter of Danganronpa 2. I can't believe we're finally here, and I'm sure all of you feel the same way whenever you guys are seeing this. This was the 20th episode of Danganronpa 2. But now as we enter the 20s, we enter into uncharted waters. So, it's not the final time, but one of the final times. Flamin' Shark, signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. And I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.